Hi everybody, come in, grab a coffee, grab a seat. This is a presentation you won't want to miss. I certainly believe that money can buy you happiness, and I'll talk about today about, I'm going to talk about the Oz weather application that we built, and I'm also going to talk about applications on mobile and why they're quite a bit different to applications on the web. Quickly going to talk about why the iPhone's relative to important for scooter riders. I went and got my scooter license last year. It's terrible to park in Sydney. It's still terrible with a scooter actually, but it's significantly better. But there's now some additional standard equipment that you need to get if you go and get a motorbike or a scooter. You need to get the helmet. This is my lovely wife wearing her brand new helmet. Some nice pair of gloves, a nice big jacket with some body armor in the back. But you also need to get an application on the iPhone called Oz Weather. And I'll explain why in a second, but I've certainly found it crucial, especially with the beautiful weather we've been having here in Sydney lately. Oz Weather is a really simple application. It takes Bureau of Meteorology data and information and presents it to you on your iPhone and just lets you know what the current temperature is and also lets you have a forecast for the next couple of days. One thing that's been a predominant feature of the internet has been you just can't get people to buy stuff. It's like there's so much free stuff out there. How can you possibly get people to buy stuff? The iPhone comes with a free application. It comes with a weather application. You don't have to pay for it. It's just right there. But Oz Weather has been a very, very successful application. It costs $2.50. Why would people pay $2.50 when there's a free app next to it? And that's an interesting point that I want to get into a little bit. Kevin Kelly, one of the internet veterans, was talking about why people pay for stuff. Why would they bother when there's so much around? And these were a number of the reasons why he suggested. Immediacy, personalization, interpretation, authenticity, accessibility, embodiment, patronage, and findability. These are the main reasons he found through all of his studies. Now, the iPhone changes the game significantly for applications and creating value across a lot of those areas. It's immediacy. I need to know the weather now. I don't need to know what the weather was tomorrow. I'm not even really interested in a forecast for the next day. Sorry, for tomorrow. I don't know what it's yesterday. I need to know what it is right now. So with 3G, I get the information directly to my phone immediately. It's also personalized, so I can actually say which city I'm in. It gives some interpretation. It actually says, it's raining. Tells me where those clouds are. Tells me what the likely temperature is going to be. It's authentic. Comes from Bureau of Meteorology. Accessible. It's wherever I am. Your phone is always with you. Embodiment. We might leave that one. Findability. It's very easy to find where you are on the map. So that's one of the reasons why the Oz Weather is and other applications on the iPhone have changed the game, because they're creating so much value over and above what you would get on the web, because of the fact that it's on the phone, because it's live, because it's easy to access, and that's an important thing to focus on. You probably can't see this here, but it's an analysis between the PlayStation and Xbox versus the Nintendo Wii. And I want to introduce this as a principle because the iPhone is significantly scaled down relative to a computer or to a console gaming machine. But it's tremendously successful. Games, as you would have seen with Nick just previously, games are tremendously successful on the iPhone. And one of the reasons is that they stopped focusing on features and wowing you with massive screen size and amazing graphics, and they went back and focused on fun. And that's been a really interesting thing to see with iPhone applications is they've just tried to, because they've got such a small screen, small CPUs, small memory, they've just tried to keep it very, very simple. And because of that focus, and focus is a word I love to use as often as possible working with web businesses, because of that focus, they've actually been able to create something significantly better. So that's a really exciting thing to see on the iPhone, is that additional focus. It's also meant that people can actually, small developers can actually go and try new applications because they're so light. You don't need a Hollywood budget to do these things. Oz Weather was built, I think, for less than, for about $5,000. So what it cost us. One of the other things about iPhone, though, is it's not just about just building an application and getting it on the App Store. The App Store is an amazingly wide range of products, and there are millions and millions of applications out there. So to be special, you need to actually do more than just put it on the App Store. You've got to make sure you market it. You've got to make sure you build a base. And that's something that Ozweather's been doing. They've actually got a feed into Twitter now so that they send out weather reports a couple of times a day. And they've been blogging about their results, talking about news, talking about weather. And that's something that's coming about because applications on iPhone and mobile is actually really a new industry. There's still so much we're learning about it. And I think it's going to be a couple of years before it really gets established as a foundation. But these are the exciting gold rush years where there's some great new inventiveness, great exploration, and it's exciting to be a part of that. And I think for the average customer, that's what they get to see is they get to pick up their application, and within seconds they get to get some value down, get an application they can use and play with, which is always good fun. So that's it from me.